Well, my question is, I'm a poor man and I want to buy a house.
Okay.
But I don't have enough sources, so I have to finance my house.
Yeah, I got the first part of your question, brother. I got the question.
So there are companies here who are offering interest-free loans, but they are actually one kind of thing. They are giving the loan with interest. You just have to pay them, and it's a percentage you have to pay them, and then they will pay the next person, the middleman.
Okay.
So could we do that thing with? The question is it permissible in Islam? And they say we have fatwa, we have rulings from the Mufti, from the Islamic scholars.
Brother asked a very good and important question, and I know it will help you folks over there in US, because I know it is very difficult for you to buy a house without riba, and there is only an option which is provided for you guys, is that you will opt for la riba. La riba is nothing but having theoretically they say that there is no interest for this one, but there are two aspects of la riba I have come across in US. The first aspect of la riba is the one like what brother said, where you will be for example, the market value of the property is around $10 million. You will be priced at say $11 million. That the property is $11 million, and if you had money to buy directly, you would end up paying $10 million. But since you chose this alternate path, the la riba path, they claim that we take this $1 billion as a profit or something like that. $1 million as a profit. But if you understand this clearly, what is riba and why is it prohibited in Islam, you will definitely not come to this question. The reason why riba is prohibited in Islam is because it is not dependent on who the person is who is financing you. It is dependent on the time as to when there is a time tied to the value of the property, then it is riba. For example, if you have an instant cash of $10 million you have in savings, and if you go for this option of buying a house, it is not considered as riba, because you have the entire amount, you buy it at one shot, and you have the property registered in your name. But at the same time, if you don't have sufficient funds in your savings and you opt for going for installment based paying, like taking around 5 months tenure or even more than 5 years tenure or something like that, by saving your monthly savings, by giving away your monthly savings, if you're buying this property, end of the tenure, all that you have to consider is that whether you paid $10 million or a penny more than that. In any case, if you paid a penny more than $10 million after the tenure of 5 years, then it is considered as riba. Though they claim that it is la riba, it is riba. So hence it is not permitted in Islam to go for riba, whether the financier is a Muslim or the financier is following the fatwa of any individual. Either Allah has the authority to change or give leeway for this one, or the Prophet Muhammad has that authority in consultation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and give us a privilege for this one. Unless that is taken care, no matter what you name it, whether it is la riba or whatever it is, still it is considered as riba. Interestingly, the second aspect of riba, what I told you I came across when I was in US for a short trip, is very interesting, which I feel is not riba. The concept there is, I don't remember exactly where this was talked about. It was in a Friday sermon where one of the orator told, the concept is very simple. Suppose there's a poor person residing in our community, and if you wanted to uplift him, if you wanted to get him a property, 10 wealthy people from the same community, from the same mosque, should come forward and give him a property. So if the value is $10 million, so $10 million has to be sourced by 10 individuals, 10 individual wealthy businessmen or professionals who is able to provide him with $1 million as a loan, interest-free loan, should come forward and get him a house. Now what happens after that? after say 5 months of tenure, if the resident is able to accumulate around 5 million, or let's make $1 million or something, if he's able to get that savings, or if he has a cash of $1 million, he can pay that $1 million to one of the brothers who helped him buy the house. Thereby, there are 9 shareholders now. So similarly, in the due course, if the person is able to, give away all these $10 million without any interest tied to that, without any kind of, any other interest or any other kind of return of investment for those people, then it is considered halal. When Islam is prohibiting riba, Islam is allowing business as well. So we should not be confused with business and Islam, business and riba. What business means is, you put an investment. For that investment, you do basically work for that investment, and the returns you get is not for the money not just for the money what you invested. It is also for the work, for the manual work, or for any kind of work you do. So you get the returns for both of them. But if you get returns only for investing, then it is prohibited, and hence. So this second alternate means is sounding interesting because that has no aspect called riba, and I'm not sure, you probably may have to explore this one. I've heard this, I don't know if it is formalized or if it is legalized there. In any other reasons, this riba is not permitted. This la riba, the second option what I told you, is the true la riba, which can be adopted in US and many other countries. But the first aspect is nothing but, instead of a non-Muslim financier getting the interest, you are giving the interest to a Muslim body who is funding you at the time of buying the property, but you are entitled to pay back the extra, the delta what you pay back to him is nothing but the interest. It's riba, it's prohibited in Islam.